Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide is an 11-minute long live-action cartoon. Watch this. It's season 3, technically episode 5. I mean, it's been a live-action cartoon for its entire series, but this is just one of my favorite episodes, and I want to talk about it. It's called Halloween. Came out in 2007. So, the episode opens up with Ned, Mose, and Cookie in the school hallway. Forgive my voice, I'm a little bit sick today. Mose mentions that their particular middle school, Polk Middle School, is the only middle school that doesn't have a Halloween party planned. Ned jumps in, he says Halloween parties are too hard to plan anyway, so what's the point? Then we get to learn that Cookie is really only in it for the candy.
Well, I love Halloween. The candy, the costumes, the candy.
Now, he may or may not get his candy by the end of the episode. We're gonna have to come back to that. Principal Powell enters the scene and he lets the 3 kids know that they are in fact in charge of throwing the Halloween party for the school. And he loves Halloween, so the party has to be scary. And oh, by the way, it's the day of, and they have 6 hours to get everything planned and executed, so they get to work. So the 3 of them hatch a plan, and they enlist the help from Miami Vice Principal Grubbs and Jorgen von Gordy. And we get this absolute gem of a line. It's my favorite line in the whole episode, I think. Check this out.
You want us to work together?
Yeah, that's right.
Cookie lays out his haunted hallway blueprints, and honestly, that's really all it takes for everybody to say that they're in. They're now set to work. And now it's montage time. We get a montage of the 5 of them getting to work with the most Nickelodeon version of the Monster Mash you've ever heard. Listen to this.
I was walking down the halls of the school at night.
I mean, we get arts and crafts piling up, we got paint flying, we get construction being done and then undone, there's power tools, there's refreshments being displayed neatly on a presentable table, there's more arts and crafts. I mean, it really feels like the whole plan is coming together without a hitch. They might actually be able to pull off this near impossible feat. The music finally stops, and we get to see the fruits of everyone's labor. We did all of that for a sign. Albeit, it's a pretty dope sign though. Now the gang, very proud of themselves, they split up to get the gym ready for the dance, the hallway ready for the entrance, and some very spooky costumes. Because remember, Principal Powell loves Halloween. And in literally 0 seconds, we get a completely decorated gym with streamers, booths, and it's all very orange. Nice. Nickelodeon. Nice. Miami Vice Principal Grubbs mentions that,
And all it took was the school's entire art budget.
for the entire year, and admittedly, while spending too much money on spooky things is one of my favorite hobbies, I can't help but wonder what the school's Christmas and Valentine's Day parties are going to look like now. Are they even going to have any? I mean, at this point into the school year, we're only a couple of months in. But you know what, dude? The party does look pretty sick, so job well done. Principal Powell wants to be the first one to enter through the haunted hallway, and so he does, and then he dies. He's dead, dude. They did it on Nickelodeon. The big ouch. Vice Principal Grubbs, acting quickly, he does what any sane person would do, and he grabs the instructional CPR poster that's within arm's length, coincidentally. This is a live-action cartoon, after all, remember? And he proceeds to lay the poster over his face. I mean, what else would you do? What? The 3 kids are then sent back to class while Grubbs and Cosmo deal with the body. See, and this is why I love Halloween-themed episodes so much. It's because every single show that you've ever seen, whether you know it or not, they have their own set of in-universe rules. Now, the first example that kind of comes to mind is like Disney's High School Musical, right? Something good starts happening to a character, they're going to sing a song about it because that's the rules. That's what they've established in the show. However, you go on the polar opposite side and you pull a show like The Walking Dead. As soon as something good starts happening to a character on that show, they die. Sorry, that's the rules. The characters in these Halloween-themed episodes are written in a way where they can break the rules and they can really act in any way to serve the story, you know, whether it's canon or not. And I adore that. Do you remember when Kenny was violently murdered in And Then There Was Sean? Now, in any regular Boy Meets World episode, that would have been a intensely traumatic and a very emotional beat for the series as a whole, but in that Halloween-themed episode, which it wasn't even in Halloween, I think it came out in February, but you get it still. In these horror-themed episodes, it's used to set a precedent that the rules for this episode, at least, are very different. And also the throwaway South Park reference helped with that a lot too.
Oh my gosh! They killed Kenny!
Hey, if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far, click subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. Thanks. Getting back to the episode that we are supposed to be talking about, right? So Mose, who's usually very communicative and is often encouraged to give her input on any given situation, normally in this show, she's only said 3 very short lines in this episode so far. Fast forward just a little bit, and we now have a Weekend at Bernie's situation, right? But Principal Powell was putting on a whole-ass ruse just because he loved Halloween so much and he wanted to scare everybody else. Wow. The main attraction, which is the haunted hallway, looks like something you'd see out of a show with a slightly larger budget. The gym looks like the cafeteria from Ernest Scared Stupid. And even after the whole thing is over, there's still time for Cookie to go trick-or-treating to get the candy that he's been pining for this whole time. The gang actually pulled it off, all in 11 minutes, or I guess 6 hours in Ned time. That was fun. Hey, click here for more. Click it. There's more. Go ahead.